world is a frightening place. How are we to navigate the perils that lurk out there? Well, the British Army has some advice for its soldiers concerning what they should be worried about. The first thing the soldiers are told to look out for is the absence of normal, i.e. the sudden disappearance of children or women or traffic from the streets. Those things that should be there suddenly not being there. The second phenomenon they are warned to be vigilant about is what the army refers to as the presence of abnormal, meaning the abrupt appearance of things that shouldn't be there suddenly being there. Unfamiliar pickup trucks, hard-faced men in black robes showing up on corners trying to look like itinerant balloon sellers. Or perhaps a sudden posting to a country that was once home but now seems irredeemably foreign.
All right, Lisa, where are you?
I'm on the rank at the airport. Oh, hang on, I've got a fare. Nervous-looking older woman, cheap suitcase, weird haircut.
Sounds like one you'll enjoy.
I'll call you back later. All right, where to, love? My goodness, a lady taxi driver? Yeah, that's right, a lady taxi driver. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I've been a bit out of touch. Don't worry about it, love. Where do you want to go? Anfield, please. Valley Road off Oakfield Road. Righto. You a Scouser? I was born here. I lived in Anfield until I was 16. Oh, right. You come far then? Lanzarote, is it? They've usually come from Lanzarote. People who look a bit confused. No, Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea? How long does that take? Well, Port Moresby Airport to Liverpool is 56 hours. Long stopovers in Singapore, Berlin and Milan, and then inexplicably back to Berlin. You survived that Y2K thing out there then? What's Y2K? Well, last month. You know, on New Year's Eve when it became 2000, all the computers were supposed to crash and we'd return to the Stone Age. The village I was in was pretty much the Stone Age at the best of times. Sorry, am I talking too much? No, I like talking to my passengers. It's sort of my thing. What's your name, love? Mary. Mary Maguire. I'm Lisa. So what took you out there then, Mary? Nuns, the little sisters of the distressed St. Agatha. Well, they sent me out there to do missionary work. Oh, okay. What are you going to be doing here then? Is it work or pleasure? The nuns have posted me to an old people's home in Cheshire. As soon as I found out I was going to be back in the northwest, I knew I'd visit my old family home. How long since you've been back to Liverpool then? 39 years. Wow! Must seem different seeing all this again. I've spent my adult life living in a mud hut. Everything seems different. Right. Man, Liverpool in the year 2000 isn't the futuristic city it might be. I remember as a kid, the year 2000 always sounded like it was going to be, you know, hover cars and space suits. But it's not. It's ordinary cars and shell suits. Now, Valley Road, that's down near Anfield football ground, isn't it? Yeah, it was when I left it. That where you're from, then? That's where I grew up, yes. I used to spend a lot of time playing in Stanley Park. They used to have a lovely boating lake. You could hire rowboats. Is Stanley Park still there? Yeah, Stanley Park's still there. But they closed the boating lake down about 3 years back. Council cutbacks, I think. They drained the lake. Sad, really. Yeah. Oh, that is sad. Dad always said the whole area was in decline. And the people as much as the place itself. Mum said there were some people who were no better than they should be. I've heard folks say that. What does that mean? I have no idea, but it ultimately meant that those people would suffer the worst fate imaginable, being talked about. There was this girl in my class called Jane Meacock. Her older brother Bobby was discovered to be one of them. One of who? One of them. Oh, you mean gay? He was seen going into a pub where they went. Well, after that, nobody would talk to him. Instead, they talked about him. Then there was this woman next door but one. By the time I left Valley Road, nobody had spoke to her for 4 years. And you know why? She had committed the sin of getting divorced. But on the other hand, there was Mr. and Mrs. Dixon. Well, he used to beat her unconscious if Liverpool lost.
Oh.
Yeah, but that was okay, because you don't interfere between a man and his wife.
People, honestly. Hey, which school did you go to?
St. Mary's. Do you know it?
I'm not sure. I think some disgruntled ex-pupil might have burnt it down. Was it a good school?
I suppose it was, yeah. Well, I was a good student at any rate. Always paid attention. But then, that was my undoing.
Girls, it's time to settle down. Settle down, please, girls.
Today, Class 5A, I shall tell you of the last man to be killed in the First World War. His name was Private George Edwin Ellison of the 5th Royal Irish Lancers. George had joined the army as a regular soldier, but after a few years he left, was married and found work as a coal miner. And then the First World War broke out. In which year, Mary?
1914, miss?
Correct, Mary. And so it was that just before the First World War broke out, George was recalled into the army. He saw a lot of conflict. George survived the Battle of Mons, the Battle of Ypres, the Battle of Armentières, the Battle of La Bassée, the Battle of Lens, the Battle of Loos, and the Battle of Cambrai. Then, one cold November morning, whilst on patrol in Mons in Belgium, he was shot by a German sniper. He died at 9:30 a.m., just 90 minutes before the armistice came into effect. Now, I want you to take out your history workbooks. Today, you are going to write an essay. Mary? Mary, are you crying?
I'm sorry, miss. It's just so sad.
It is indeed, Mary. But then, is George's death sadder than the deaths of any of the other 37 million soldiers who perished in that dreadful war?
Yes, miss. Because he came so close to surviving.
I don't think I've ever felt so sorry for anybody as I did when I heard about that poor soldier.
No. That is proper tragic, like.
And you know what? If Miss Owens hadn't taught us about Private George Edwin Ellison, I would never have ended up in Papua New Guinea.
Really?
It was because of that soldier that I fell pregnant age 16.
Right. How come?
Well, that same night, I went to the Catholic Youth Club dance, and there was this lad there. He was handsome, but nervous. He was standing there in his army uniform. He reminded me so much of Private Ellison. This fellow was unlucky too. He was one of the very last bunch of lads to be called up before the government abandoned conscription. Well, I saw him there looking all shy and lonely. None of the other girls would go near him because, well, they were prejudiced. He wasn't white, you see.
I got you. But you liked him well enough. You didn't see him as being different.
He was quiet and sweet. Not at all like you might expect a soldier to be. Us boys and girls were quite strictly supervised, but he was resourceful. We slipped off together and found a cupboard.
A cupboard?
That's army training, I suppose. And it was there that we reached a conclusion.
Oh, right. Got you. Oh, you bloody idiot! Get out the road! Sodding ambulance. Sorry, love. Sorry, what were you saying?
It took me 5 months to realise I was pregnant. And when I finally did realise, I didn't know what else to do except tell me Mum. Then Mum told Dad.
That didn't go down so well, I bet.
He was outraged.
It's bad enough that she's up the stick, but to some darky...
Keep it down, Stan!
She'll have to go away.
No, please, Dad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for all this to happen.
Well, you should have thought of that before you gave away your maidenhood. I'm sure if the neighbours ever found out, the shame would kill us.
My mum and Dad didn't want us to be talked about. So the local priest was called and arrangements were made for me to be sent away to an orphanage.
Oh, just like that.
Just like that. It was over near Blackburn. Do you know, when the baby was born, I didn't even get a chance to look at its little face before they took it away and put it up for adoption.
That's dreadful.
Although one of the kind nuns whispered to me that I'd given birth to a baby girl. I'm not sure if knowing it made it better or worse.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That must have been...
It was. I'll sob for me, Mum. I thought now the baby was gone she'd come to fetch me. Then after 3 days I realised she wasn't coming. No one was coming. I wasn't even 17. I had absolutely no idea what I was going to do with the rest of my life. But the nuns knew, women who never had sex and lived away from society inside a walled compound. They reckoned they had a profound understanding of human nature and what was good for me. You see, the Catholics were losing ground in the vital battleground of missionary work in the South Pacific. So, I was conscripted.
They made you a nun?
You can't be made a nun. And I certainly couldn't. No, they made me a lay worker. They put me on a ship at Liverpool docks and off I went to teach the ways of the Lord to the mudmen and mudwomen of Azaro in Papua New Guinea.
I can't imagine what that must have been like. I mean, I'm presuming they don't get many outsiders there.
No, they don't. And most people never leave their own village, unless it's to wage a war on another village or tribe. They tend to view all outsiders as the enemy, and they can be pretty frightening, I tell you. Their gimmick is that before any battle, they completely cover themselves in thick mud. It's intended to make their enemies think spirits of the dead have come to life and climbed up out of the muddy earth to wreak havoc.
And did things often kick off then?
Things are always spiralling out of control. All the misunderstandings turn into disagreements, which turn into fights, which turn into battles. But they have this code of conduct, you see. A wrong must always be met with a retribution much greater than the original wrong. Well, for instance, a pig in the village I was staying at had got loose, gone to a nearby village and eaten some of their yams.
What are yams? Are they like hams?
No, it's a tuber.
Oh, what, like in the orchestra?
No, it's a vegetable, a root vegetable.
But you play it like a tuba?
No, it's just a vegetable. Anyway, our village's pig ate their village's yams, and so they came over and killed 6 people from our village.
6 people? For some vegetables? Christ! That's a bit more than tit for tat.
Exactly. You receive a wrong, you return a wrong that's 1,000% worse. So then our village went and burnt down part of their village. At that point, their village were just about to poison our crops and kill all our firstborn, but instead, in a brilliant tactical move, they slaughtered 600 of their own pigs.
What, they slaughtered 600 of their own pigs? Why'd they do that?
The cooler ring.
Well, what's that?
Well, the cooler ring had fallen out of use a bit, but they revived it. In the old days, islanders who would otherwise have spent all their days feuding, instead, twice a year exchanged elaborate shell necklaces and armbands.
Did that really work then?
Oh yeah, it worked. You see, they view the exchanging of gifts not as a celebration, but as an act of great shame. And shame is something they find very difficult to deal with. Oh, yeah, the idea is it's really taken off.
What idea?
Shame as a weapon of retribution. Everything changed. From then on, if another village's pig ate our yams, instead of slaughtering them, our mudmen would present them with hundreds of garlands of flowers and a huge banquet.
Wow. And that did the trick?
Oh, yes. Well, not all the time, but sometimes, yes. The receiving of a hugely generous gift brought a terrible shame on them. Any self-respecting mudman or woman would much prefer a war to the abject shame of having to receive a massive gift.
Oh, right, I get it. Well, I suppose shame is better than, mindless slaughter.
Anyway, after 39 years, the little sisters of the distressed Agatha decided it was time for me to leave the Mudman of Asaro and relocate to Cheshire.
Did they tell you why?
No explanation whatsoever. Nuns are like that.
Here we are then, Valley Road.
When she'd last seen it, Valley Road had been a row of identical houses, all made from the same yellow brick, their front doorsteps scrubbed daily to a warm red. Now it was construction anarchy. Many houses had been painted bellowing colours. Some had been clad with large pastel-hued paving slabs. Some had had their bay windows removed for no good reason and flat plastic double glazing put in their place. Not a single house on the street had the windows it had started out with.
That'll be £23.80, please. It's not too much money for you, is it?
No, it's all right. I've got 39 years' worth of back pay. The wages weren't much, but there's nothing to spend it on in my part of Papua New Guinea. A person only needs so many machetes.
All right. Bye, then. Nice talking to you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye, love.
Here we go.
Yeah. What do you want?
Oh, well, I used to stop here years ago. We were the Maguire family.
We still are the Maguire family. Who are you?
My name's Mary Maguire.
Granny Mary?
Gran?
You? You're Granny Mary that went away? Mum! Mum!
As Mary stood on the threshold, she watched as down the open staircase and through the back door came two versions of herself. An old grey-haired one in a purple velour tracksuit and a younger, darker, frizzier-haired one of about 40 in a black T-shirt and tight jeans, a jewel shining in the side of her nose. The older one reached the door first.
Mary?
Mom?
Mary! Good God, girl, after all this time? Shakira, it's your mum.
Oh my God.
This is your daughter, Shakira.
Shakira?
Aye. See how she's grown into a fine, strong woman of colour?
A woman... What?
Come in, Mary. Come in.
The house Mary entered had changed. All the walls that had divided the space into front parlour, back parlour, kitchen, pantry had gone. It was one big space with purple carpet everywhere.
Sit down, Mary. This is Shakira's daughter, Destiny. Destiny, this is your grandmother.
I
have a granddaughter.
Yeah, and you've got two great-granddaughters and all.
What?
Amber and Topaz, they're at the dad's today.
There seemed to be a million things to say, but nobody wanted to start the avalanche. Mary decided the way forward was small talk.
The house looks so different.
Well, it's been a long time. I mean, well, Shakira's been living here, what?
22 years.
20 years.
The poor mite was in and out of foster homes, then the new legislation and all that comes in just after your father died. 17 she was, turns up on my doorstep looking all lost, asking after her mum.
I see.
I took her in right away, and then when she got pregnant with little Destiny, I took her in as well, gave them a home. Then those two little ones of Destiny's come along, a house full of children, and now you're back, complete.
Yeah, well, I suppose it...
Destiny, put the kettle on.
Right.
We've got so much to catch up on. Hey, Mary, do you remember Jane Meacock at number 37?
Of course. Her brother Bobby committed suicide when his dad discovered he was one of them.
You mean gay, dear? Aye, he did, poor fella. Anyways, Jane gave birth to a baby boy by a Spanish sailor. Raleigh, she called him. Sure, he was born just 6 months after Shakira. And about 10 years ago, Raleigh got married to a Rastafarian. He doesn't come to the street anymore because of an exclusion order.
Right. And what happened to, what was she called? Next door but one. She got divorced and everybody stopped talking to her.
Oh, Mrs. No.
Oh, she still lives next door but one. Does voluntary work at Oxfam.
Aye, so she does. Her husband ended up moving back to the street, living with his boyfriend at number 23.
His boyfriend?
Martin he's called.
Right.
Mrs. Noakes remarried as well, a cage dancer from Croxteth, and they ended up having 2 kids with sperm donated by her ex-husband's lover.
I see. So that all turned out for the best.
And you remember Mr. Dixon?
Yeah, used to beat his wife if his football team lost.
That's the one.
The police came and took him away.
Good.
Mrs. Dixon still lives there, doesn't she?
Aye, she's 60 now. Shares her house with a woman called Bunty Redfern who smokes a pipe.
Everything's changed so much.
Well, if you will go away for so long.
It wasn't my choice.
Hey, it's nearly 7:30.
Oh, God, yeah. We'd better get ourselves organised. Here, you can come too, Mary. You're going to love it. Come on, girls.
Come where?
You'll see.
It was Granny Night at the Sandown pub. Technically, this event was restricted to women over 40, but the bouncers on the door were happy to let in not only Mary's mum, but also Shakira and Destiny and their strange, stiff friend. The pub, which had once been split into a nest of little rooms, was now one single cavernous room filled with middle-aged women dressed in sparkly mail-order catalogue clothes. Mutton dressed as Joan Collins.
Come on this way. We always try and get the same table near the front.
It's busy, so loud.
We always have a right laugh, don't we?
Oh, aye.
Destiny loves it, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I love it, me.
Now then, here we go. Look, Shakira, you go there. Destiny, you come with Mary. You sit down there now. Destiny, come with me and get the drinks in. What do you fancy, Mary?
I don't know, a wine?
Shiraz?
What?
Shiraz?
No, wine will be fine.
Shiraz is wine. Or a Chardonnay?
No, really, wine will be fine.
Chardonnay's wine as well.
Okay, yes, fine, I'll have a Chardonnay.
Chardonnay?
Yes.
All right. Back in a mo.
It's strange seeing you. I mean, it's strange you being back.
Yeah. Well, it feels strange being back.
Did you miss Liverpool?
I miss the people.
Where is it you've been again?
Papua New Guinea.
And you've been there all this time?
Yes.
What's it like?
Well, it's a difficult place to live.
So why did you stay there then?
I don't know. It's all I've ever known. Listen, Shakira, I want you to understand.
Here we go. Sea breeze for Shakira and Chardonnay for Mary.
When are they coming on then?
Sure, Destiny, you have to be patient.
Still don't quite understand why.
Good evening, ladies. Are you having a good time? Marvellous. And are you ready for our main event? All right then, all right. Now will you please welcome to the stage the men who know exactly how to please the ladies, the real Mancy!
Mary sat and watched in bewilderment as a dance troupe made up of 4 men in their early 60s came out on stage dressed as Field Marshal Montgomery of Alamein and proceeded to remove items of uniform until they were completely naked. Then they went dancing into the audience. One of the men came up to Mary's mum and wiggled his shriveled member in front of her face, and she laughed her head off. Meanwhile, Mary wished with all her heart that she was back with the mudmen.
Oh, my... I'm sure you never saw nothing like that in the jungle, Mary.
Well, actually, I did. The native people don't.
We go every month, don't we?
Yeah, we do. It's a grand night out there.
Okay, we've got red wine, we've got vodka, and we've got that Irish cream thing from Summerfield. Who wants what?
Red wine tar.
Pass us the Irish cream, love. Mary, what'll you have?
I don't mind. I usually drink fermented yam, so I...
Vodka it is.
So, to family.
To family!
To family.
Mary's mum seemed to have decided that once everyone was drunk, that was the best time to defuse the unexploded bomb of the past.
Oh, Mary. Fancy you coming back after all these years.
I didn't even think you'd still be here. I thought you'd have moved away. And I certainly didn't expect to see you, Shakira, or you, Destiny, or hear about your girls. I thought I'd get to see the house, but not this. Not all of you.
This house was so empty after you left, Mary.
I didn't leave.
I'm sure that's what killed your father.
What are you saying?
He was heartbroken, poor man.
He was heartbroken.
Oh, he never got over you running away like that.
I never ran away. I sat in that orphanage you put me in, waiting for you to come and see me. And you never came.
You never came.
Mary, love, we never put you in no orphanage.
You did. You said the shame would kill you if the neighbours found out I was pregnant. Dad said I should be ashamed because the father was a darkie.
Wow.
What did you just say?
Mary, I don't know where you've been the last 30-odd years, but we don't use that kind of racist language round here. Your blessed dad was no bigot.
Shakira, listen, I want you to understand, love. I was sent away. I wanted with all my heart to keep you, to keep my baby, but I was only 16 and girls couldn't have babies if they weren't married.
Why? Was it the law?
Well, no, but Mum and Dad cared about what the neighbours thought.
Why would it have anything to do with the neighbours? Nobody judges anybody else round here.
But you did care. You cared more about the neighbours than you did about me.
Nonsense, Mary, darling. If I really cared so much about what the neighbours thought, about what anybody else thought, why would I take Shakira in? And why would I take Destiny in? And why would I take her too in?
I don't know. I don't know.
What is it, love?
Oh, there she goes again. Running away.
Mary ran from the house to Stanley Park. She came to the gate. The alloy fence had been hit by a van, and one of the railings stuck out, jagged and sharp. Mary pulled the railing free. She now had a spear. Moving in a crouch, she ran to the boating lake. Drained of water, it was now a muddy bowl. Mary tore off her clothes, crouched down, scooped up handfuls of mud and smeared it all over her body until she was the same grey colour all over. A mud woman stood in the moonlight in Stanley Park and raised her spear to the sky. A great wrong had been done to her. She must avenge it with a wrong that was 1,000% worse. She must slaughter Mum, Shakira, Destiny, and the two little ones. Or maybe she could buy them a speedboat. The Absence of Normal starred Addie Alpha, Katie Carmichael, Sean Mason, Jan Ravens, and Paisley Reid. It was written and narrated by Alexei Sayle and adapted for radio by Graham Duff. The producer was Joe Nunnery. It was a BBC Studios production.